the game. Don't play with my name. You come with your goals, I'm bringing my game.
Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Carolina Panthers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jackson, first play, going to throw. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jackson. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he'll bring this one inside the 35. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them. How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's a great defender. Everson Griffin making a great defensive play there for a loss.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense. And they were there to help force the incompletion.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Some mistakes already in the first quarter. If he holds on to that one, 1st down.
Yeah, I'll guarantee you that at least one defensive back out there has reminded him of that fact, trying to get into his head and hoping that'll affect him the rest of the game.
Succop's kick is good, and the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground because we know that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
There's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. They find some open, and now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. He was trying to do anything he could to get that final little bit for the first down. Instead, he lost the ball.
Yeah, and he was short of the first down, but not by much. Trying his best, as you noted, to get there. Sometimes that extra effort can cost you.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
2 yards, good enough for a first. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Evans. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's exactly what you're looking for, the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Chris Godwin, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Extra point up and good by Succop. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early, as they've got it 1st and 10. That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. And it sets him back for 2nd down.
You want to talk about the proverbial deer in the headlights? That's exactly what he was when he got the ball. Went to hit a lane and get upfield, and all he saw, extra defenders bearing down on it. Perfect time to dial up the blitz. An excellent call.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's got some space here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 39 yards there, a big one. Christian McCaffrey, the complete package. He's got the power, the hands, the agility, and he certainly also has the speed as evidenced there. On first down, Fields. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
It was Jamel Dean who brought him down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Now Fields. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. The tackle by Matthew Ioannidis.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Second and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And a catch right side by Evans. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. He completes it to Evans. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 20-yard line. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson dumps it off to Fournette. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage. And now 3rd and 11 coming up. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's Evans. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Bernard is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to draw that one free.
This Carolina defense looking to keep him out of the end zone once more. 3rd and goal. Now Jackson. Touchdown! Mike Evans from 3 yards out. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
Now that touchdown won't allow you to totally relax, but you can breathe a little easier now. Just increased their lead.
Succop for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Fields on 1st down. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Play action. It's Fields. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Shaquille Barrett charges in there hard and drops him for a loss of 12 from that outside linebacker position. 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. He's going to air one out for Anderson. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Bucs will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
This is caught by Evans. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Here's a give to Fournette. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 54 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. From the gun, it's Jackson. A pass underneath for Fournette. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
And they'll use him out of the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Jackson from the shotgun. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Dante Jackson picks it. And the Panthers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
That'll be caught by Anderson. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Laviska Shenault in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half. Well, they still have time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Throwing on third down, Fields. Throw left side complete. That's Sanders. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be fourth down. And this hasn't been the typical game, no doubt, for Emmanuel Sanders. They've really limited him.
He's one of those players that provides a real spark when he gets going. And when he does it, it's felt by the rest of the team. And they're feeling it in this one because right now they're trailing.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on fourth down. Here's Johnny Hekker now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return.
And they will take over first and 10.
Jackson on first down. That's out to his running back, Fournette. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. With his size coming out of the backfield, usually takes more than an arm tackle to get him down. That's why they like to get him involved in the passing game.
No doubt about it. You saw him running that angle route there and catching the ball. With his size, not often thought to have hands, but we're hearing that more and more. Guys are doing a better job of catching the ball at any size coming out of the backfield because they need to be a full part of the offense.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. 72 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On second down, here's the option.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a third down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Running left, it's Fournette. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown. Chris Godwin with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point put through by Succop. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
On play action, Fields.
Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Panthers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
Off play action, Fields.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
From the 50, here's Fields.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Fields.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked up by Lavonte David.
And the Buccaneers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, They've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over. But one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory.
86 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. 1 yard pickup leads to fourth down. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run for it with Fournette. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now it's Jackson. Across the formation, and he gets this to Miller. And he's going to get this down near the 25. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
See the athleticism there of Brian Burns stopping him behind the line. But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
They'll swing this out to Fournette. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Well, a clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit him over the top.
On third down, Jackson. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Throwing is Jackson.
Getting it out wide here to Bernard.
So he stopped for no gain, and that'll set up second and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. Now Bernard. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Were you as surprised as I was that they actually ran it on second down there? I thought that they would go ahead and throw it in every situation here.
They've thrown for 3 touchdown passes. Now here, I think they probably go back to the air.
Yeah, I think so. But ordinarily, second down is when you run your play fake, your play action, show run, and throw the ball. Now they brought up third down. They'll have to throw it anyway.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
They'll go with a big bank Fournette, and he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Leonard Fournette, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this fourth quarter.
Extra point up and good by Succop, and the lead is now 24. Oh, this is a touch cruel here. They've got the big lead. Now they're going for the jugular with the onside kick. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number.
Touchdown, Panthers. Laviska Shenault. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Panthers are able to cut into that deficit. McCaffrey, he'll try to run it in. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. He got 29 yards that time. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's the bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal. To throw again is Jackson. The quick slant caught. 3 yards is the gain that time. Second and goal. Now it's Jackson. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Lamar Jackson. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point put through by Succop, and they open the lead up now to 25. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
After the sack here, 2nd and 11. To throw is Fields. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Fields on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here we go with McCaffrey. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Rolling to his left. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. But with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Fields on first down. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you could use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs some.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That's Akeem Hicks, the towering NFL vet, coming in for the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Fields. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
A 6-yard loss.
And one last throw here for Fields. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, this was a really nice display, Charles.